Look. I don't think you understand. They are killer clowns from outer space. What about the premise do you not understand?
But it's funny.
Is it funny? They are clowns that kill from outer space.
But it's scary.
Is it scary? They are killers who come from outer space, who are clowns. I don't think you've been paying attention. They are from outer space. They kill. They are clowns. Good. Have you not been listening? It is exactly what it says on the packaging. It is killer clowns from outer space. It is a hooting, hollering good time where monstrous Xenos jesters from beyond the stars invade a small town where horrendous circus antics ensue. And if you don't like it, you can get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, wise guy?
What are you doing with that ray gun? Yowzers! Killer Clowns from Outer Space. An absolute classic that is almost entirely above criticism.
What are you going to do with those pies, boys?
And I don't even remotely see how anyone can even argue about it. It is essentially the movie's superpower. If someone comes along and says, "Hey, that's a bit of a goofy concept," the movie just goes, "Yeah, we're killer clowns from outer space."
Killer clowns from outer space. Holy shit.
The defense even works with real valid film-type criticism. Like, hey, some of the cuts are a bit jarring and some of the visual effects are rather quaint.
But you'll see that the actor has to get out of there and he is replaced by a pink cotton candy cocoon. And you'll see how seamlessly and flawlessly we made the switch.
Even the serious criticism like, the plot is very cliche, the characters are cheesy, the acting is hammy, etc., all fall by the wayside with a simple, "Bro, this is killer clowns from outer space. What is it you are not getting? How are you overthinking this?" So, yes, it is good. It is as good as the goodest clown hamburger out there. It gives you exactly what you need. A tasty, delicious meal without spoiling the experience with unnecessary garbage like parsley stems or those stupid skewers some places put in your food. You don't need to know all about these clowns. You don't need to know why they look like clowns. You don't need to know how their technology works or why they are here. Just like you don't need a good burger to be a stupid, gluttonous, opulent mess. As far as plot goes, well, it's about killer clowns from outer space.
Clowns? I get it.
Invading a small town, and if you are at all a fan of invasion-type movies, then I am sure you will love this movie. Especially if you like The Blob. You can pretty much put both these movies on side by side and easily just follow along with both of them. And I'm not gonna hold that against the movie at all. No points docked. This is literally the purpose of the movie. Plus, the Chiodo Brothers are very forthcoming about their inspiration.
Well, I believe that's what a lot of filmmakers do. There's certain things that they grew up watching, motion pictures and television, that stuck with them.
Side note, on the topic of the Chiodo Brothers...
I'm Stephen Chiodo. I'm Edward Chiodo.
And I'm Charlie Chiodo.
A bunch of extremely creative artistic brothers specializing in special effects, who are known for phenomenal work on things like the Critters franchise, Team America World Police, and my personal favorite, Ernest Scared Stupid.
Think of a number between 1 and 10. Was it 2?
But Killer Clowns is the big Chiodo Run project.
So you can blame us. Everything in that movie, you can point to these three guys and say, they're responsible.
And these brothers set out to make an entertaining, cool, and monstrous experience
And the only way we were able to make this movie was really working with calling in a lot of favors from a lot of friends.
And they succeeded! But back to the plot. I mean, there has to be one, right? The Wikipedia page even has a section for it. Halley's Comet, Popcorn Bazooka, Balloon... Wait! This isn't plot. They just wrote down what happens in the movie.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So a meteor crashes in the sleepy college town of Crescent Cove, drawing in a couple of curious locals. Locals who soon realize that the meteor is in fact not a meteor at all, but rather killer clowns from outer space. And that meteor was just their spaceship that resembles what we Earthlings would call a big top circus tent. And they are here turning people into cotton candy.
Cotton candy things, these cocoons!
2 of the 4 people to first encounter the clowns escape their encounter.
Popcorn, why? Popcorn!
Because the clowns, that's why!
And as is the norm with these type of stories, the local police don't believe them.
Make a dummy out of yourself. But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me.
One of the police officers being an absolute dick. Because isn't it just so much more satisfying when an absolute dick garbage person gets their comeuppance in these monster movies? Meaning that we got at least a couple of dick characters we can get rid of for the sheer joy of it.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
Inevitably, the town will get overrun, and our heroes, along with a handful of lovable sidekicks, will be involved in somehow saving the day from the evil alien menace. And everything in between is either fun, goofy clown shenanigans that are executed with fantastic flair and creative style, or genuinely creepy and unsettling interactions. For let us not forget that these clowns from outer space are in fact killers. So yes, it has some seriously scary scenes, like when attempted child luring goes down, or when the douchebag cop gets dummified.
Hey, Jane. Who was the lady I saw you with last night? But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me. But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me. But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me.
Setup and payoff.
But the absolute scariest is the march of the clowns through the town as they vacuum up citizens. The music gets all sinister and classically European that it just sends shivers up your spine. Oh, speaking of music...
My name is John Massari, and I'm the composer for Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Holy frick, did John Massari do a good job. Spooky, it's creepy, and it feels like I am in a haunted circus, and the orchestra is in a particularly funny mood that day. And don't you dare forget about the killer opening theme by the Dickies. Each and every one of the clown creatures is a grotesquely beautiful piece of art, with some pretty great acting going on under that suit. And each clown is unique with its own personality and quirks, even if that quirk is just terrifying maniacal laughter. But the clowns have an arsenal of appropriately themed weapons, from cotton candy ray guns and popcorn guns to sentient balloon dogs and flesh-melting pies.
Looks like a wad of melted ice cream.
Yeah, well, it's not.
And hey, they even got some hot clown babes in this movie.
Are you Debbie's roommates?
In essence, I can't see any way that this movie isn't a 10. So do yourself a favor and give it a go!
You gave Killer Clowns a 10.
Yes, I did.
Thanks.
Don't thank me, you fool. Thank my friend Trantor here.
No worries, GOVP. Same time next week for lasagna.
You know a Trantor. Dairy-free, of course.
Oh, you.